Welcome back. We have something different on the bench tonight, and this is a different build than I've normally done because it's a heavy build. It's one of the heavier builds I think I've seen anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's way up near 800 grams all up weight with a GoPro on it. I mean, who the hell knows, right? Should be plenty heavy. That being said, what is it, you ask? It is a Kraven. Now, this is an aluminum frame, and the basic, I bought this off of eBay, which appears to be the only place you can get them. But the motors mount up to this. It's pretty lightweight, but I have no idea about the structural integrity of an aluminum frame or not. And I really haven't read that much about them at all, and it seemed like an interesting build, so that's why I picked it up. Plain and simple. With it comes this little set of standoffs and screws, which I guess come up through somehow and hold everything together. We have some kind of top and bottom plate and a camera cage, it looks like, and that's it for the frame. So this guy is going to go probably something like that, with that on top, something similar, I think. Yeah, that should do what we want, I think. Holes seem to line up, everything looks okay. Doesn't look like there's a direction front or back. These all seem to be about the same. It's super thin carbon, so hopefully we won't have to take any shunts on the front and rear. Looks like we got about 6 or looks like we have 8 standoffs. And we've got a bunch of screws here, but it looks like they're labeled 3x8, which I'm guessing is M3 by 8 millimeter. So we'll get this put together, and then I have no idea what. I guess that's a strap. I guess they intend you to do. Well, you know what? It came with instructions, actually. So I should probably have read them. Yeah. Anyway, that's this is what we're going to be building tonight. The ESC that we're going to be running is a repurposed HGLRC. If you saw my long range teardown, you will have seen me pulling this out. This is an HGLRC BL Heli 32 65 amp ESC. So it's pretty stout, and I got that specifically to turn some stout motors. I got these are the 3B Hobby training motors. These are 2408s, 1900 kV. I'm going to run 6S on these, and they feel pretty heavy. These might be the heaviest motors I've ever put on a quad to date. So we'll see how they come together. It's going to be an interesting build. I haven't done this. I built a lightweight 5-inch, and now I'm building a heavyweight 5-inch. So that should be plenty of fun there. And then, of course, we're going to run a crossfire with the Mortal T, just because I'm running out of Mortal L antennas. I've got a CL Racing F7, which I figured should be fine with this particular stack. I've never used a CL Racing, well, I've used a CL Racing all-in-one that was blown up, I guess. Person who had it before me came in a long-range quad, and I guess they didn't know what they were doing in bridge pads or something, and destroyed it. But yeah, that's just about it for that. And then for the camera, I have a an arrow, a Cadex, at least I think it's a Cadex arrow, and as soon as I find it, it's going in this build as well. Oh, I almost forgot, for the the VTX, I thought I'd do something a little different. I've got an onboard DVR, so if it becomes just absolutely too heavy to fly with a GoPro, we can fly it without one and still get some footage off of it. I figured that's a good trade-off for non-GoPro. It's not high quality, but it's slightly better quality than the smaller VTXs, and it looks like this thing goes up to 500 milliwatt and 640 by 480, but it doesn't list what frame rate is, probably 24 or something like that. Yeah, we'll still be able to get some video off the device. Hopefully it's not laggy. We'll see how that turns out. So why don't we get started figuring out how to mount the frame. So we've got a top plate, that's this guy right here. The front has these holes for the camera cage. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure, but those holes right there for the camera cage. So it points that out. And then the bottom has corresponding holes, not there, but there. So this will be that becomes the front. Okay, that's good. And then the battery strap groove. Let's see, instruction. When mounting the camera bracket, be sure these 3x6mm screws goes through the carbon fiber plates and the standoffs. 4 pieces of 3x8 screws goes in the bottom of the carbon fiber plate, connects it to the aluminum frame. Okay, so we should have in here 2 different size screws. So we've got those, and we've got those, and these are just regular old standoffs, and these are apparently M3x6, and these are the M3x8s. Okay. So the M3x6 go attach the top and bottom plates to the standoffs. The M3x8 screws go into the bottom carbon fiber plate, and it connects to the aluminum frame. And then place the frame with the strap recess groove cut out upwards. So like this. And then make sure the camera mounting plate grooves are facing forward. I don't see anything on the bottom plate. And attach the bottom plate with the pieces. So there's the battery strap, there's the frame, that becomes the front. Okay. Alright, so there's our frame, and we're just going to run a strap so that I'm not fighting with it later. Our straps go rubber side down, or in. Yeah, that'll work. Let's get just a little bit more on that. Yep. That'll do. And then these guys should all be 8mm or something close to that. Alright, so it looks like a mix. So let's find this, and we will place it like so. And 1, 2, 3. 4. There we go. Alright, so this guy is going to attach to this, and we're going to screw it down. Make sure okay. Oh, I am doing it according to the instructions. So with this ESC, I want good airflow underneath, so I'm going to put these 1/4 inch risers in. Yeah, these guys here, at least I think they're probably 1/4 inch, something close to that. And that should give us plenty of airflow on top of this guy. Get this screwed down. Little gummies are the worst. Alright, I don't think we need our instructions anymore. He says confidently. You always want to make sure that whenever you get an 8-pin cable like this, that you don't just blindly connect it from your ESC to your flight controller, because you're going to destroy it. And I know it seems silly that they don't all standardize on one, oh, ground is here, and no, they're all different. Every single one that I've touched, even within the same manufacturer, like Lumineer. I'll give you a perfect example. A Lumineer connecting to a Lumineer ESC connected to a Lumineer Lux F7 is going to have a different pinout order than comes with the cable. So, right, this is straight pass through. This is 1-to-1, straight through, right? And I guarantee you it's not going to line up with the output of this ESC. And it totally could, but by and large, that isn't the rule. And you need to look and check and double check and verify, and then you need to take and undo these pins and pull this wire out and remap it, and before you plug it in, before you connect any power to it, or else you're going to have a bad day, and you're going to end up either toasting your ESCs or toasting your flight controller, or both. Alright, enough lecturing. This guy goes like this, and he's going to sit down on there like that, and we want to figure out our standoff situation. Do we want, I think little rounds are probably sufficient. Yep, these should get us all the height we need for our quad. Okay, I'm just going to slip this down on there temporarily, and we'll remove it in a minute. Alright, that's going to go right. Oh, come on, don't force my gummies out of place. There we go. So all we're doing is double checking. We've got plenty of clearance all the way around underneath here. We want good airflow coming off this thing. Now, the VTX that we have is a big 30 by 30 as well, and it has let's see here. We're going to want to run the antenna kind of out the back. So what we'll do is we'll run a nut. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll run a nut. Yeah. Actually, no. That's not what we're going to do. Mixing it up here. We're going to run. Let me see if I've got enough of them. One, two. 3. And come on. Tell me there's another one in here. Another flat little disc. Aha. 4. And then we'll run 1, 2, 3, this guy should be able to sit down on here with no trouble. Okay, there's that. Okay, that I think is going to be our stack, and we'll have some nylock nuts on top or something on top to hold it all in place. But that's the stack. Plenty of airflow all around it. It's got a nice connector there to run a pigtail of some variety, and we'll probably have to do a 3D print or something else to connect our or not. We'll figure something out. We'll get an antenna on here and get it working. Let's get these motors, and then let's get them soldered in place, and we'll call it a night after that. This is getting a little late. I started this build at 10 o'clock, so getting up there. Don't want to be burning the midnight oil. Okay, that goes through like that, and then so what we're doing is we're checking, and I can already tell that these screws are much too long for this aluminum frame. So we're going to need alternatives, and those will be some 6mm screws. Yep, that should do. Yeah, so if we look, you can see that should just come almost to the top of the metal. It's not great, but it should work out. And let's do those in black. I think I have enough. Okay, and grab this. And yes, I'm putting in all the screws on this guy because this is my heavyweight build. And I figured, well, if you're going to do it, might as well do it all the way. Okay, looking pretty good here on this guy. Yep, I like it. This guy here. Alright, get this screw started right there. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea if this thing is even going to be good or not. I've got a couple of 5s that are in the queue. I've got this one, obviously, and then I've got the 3 of our cheap shit builds. Those will be coming up here pretty soon. We're crazy that we're like more than halfway through January already. I'm planning on having those out by March, and you know, that seems like a long way away, but I'm like, you know, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, February's a short month. Well, it's got an extra day this year, but yeah, no, wait, there is, I'm forgetting something here, and that is this red standoff. This red standoff here needs to go right there, and I don't want to have to fish around that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring them in close to that standoff, but we'll zip tie these wires to that standoff. That's what we're going to do. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Put my clippers away. Okay. There's one. Gonna come in, come up. Alright, now. Come on, middle wire. You're the one I want. Okay. Come up. Okay, there's that one. It's going to come up. Yep. Okay. And do that. And I'm just taking off about, I don't know, 2 millimeters, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Tell me what that is. Alright. Got our soldering iron already heated up. And okay. Get these tinned. These are some beefy ass wires, I gotta tell you. These are no joke. And this, like I said, this was a flight controller I'd already used, so it's already got a little bit of tinning on these pads. I'm just gonna come through and put some fresh solder on top. And then we'll do this one. One, and then two, and then got a little stray wire on that one. Gonna try and push it right down. Three. Okay. Rock and rolling. Oh. There we go. I don't hate this. I could have done this a little cleaner, but you know what? It's not going to know the difference. So we'll get this guy all straightened out when we come back at the and we'll finish up. We'll get the flight controller installed. I'll get the wiring diagram brought up, and I'll figure out the cam situation, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching.